Welcome to Seattle Sports Podcast, where we are talking about sports. I'm your host, Zane.
And I'm Brendan. In this episode, we're going to talk about Seattle sports and how you can know more about them while talking with friends.
Let's jump into it.
So today we're looking at the Seattle Seahawks, and I personally think the Seahawks are Super Bowl contenders. They're 14-3 and have plus 300 odds for the Super Bowl, so that means they're really strong Super Bowl contenders. And Sam Darnold had a really good season with the Seahawks, especially because he was coming off from the bench at the Vikings actually. And this year he had 4,048 passing yards and 67.7 completions. And he was in front of Jalen Milroe and Drew Lock. And another player who was really good this season was Jackson Smith and Jigba, as he had 1,793 receiving yards.
Those are some good points, Brendan. But the competition looks good too, with the Denver Broncos after not making the playoffs since 2015. Now they have a 14-3 record. Hopefully we'll see them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Anyway, another sport we can talk about is the Seattle Mariners, who almost took it all the way in the playoffs, but sadly lost to the Blue Jays. They haven't been that close since 2001, but sadly they couldn't make it. Maybe next year, though.
Yeah. Anyways, the Seattle Mariners had a really good season, and Cal Raleigh was an outstanding performer for the Mariners postseason, running with 5 home runs and a .304 batting average and a 1.8081 RBI. And he also scored the notable game-tying home run in the ALCS. But they fell to the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Mariners haven't been to the ALCS in 2001. So it's been a very, very long time. All good things come to an end, and I wish they ended on top.
Anyway, I'm Zane.
And I'm Brendan.
And we are Seattle Sports.
So, see you guys next episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Seattle Sports Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about the Seattle Seahawks, their NFC West division game. I watched the game personally with my family, and it was just a wild, wild game. Literally the first play of the game, it automatically, they kick it off, and he returns it back for a touchdown. I'm pretty sure it was, actually, I don't even know. But, that was extremely crazy. But this coming Sunday, January 25th, 2026, at Lumen Field, this matchup has whoever wins this game against the Rams advances to the Super Bowl. And then the series history, this is the third meeting of the season between the NFC West rivals, with each team winning at home. Rams 21-19 in Week 11, Seahawks 38-37 in Week 16. And then the uniforms for the Seahawks, they'll wear their all-navy uniform for their second consecutive week.
Yep, that's really good. And over in Denver, they had a great game against, who was it again?
Bills.
The Bills. Great game against the Bills, and I believe they're going to the Super Bowl, and we'll see them there if the Seahawks win against the Rams. Or should I say when?
Yeah. Also, the game between the Rams and the Bears, it was a really good game. They ended up tying for overtime with a clutch touchdown from the Bears, but they ended up falling 20-17, I think, by scoring a field goal. The Rams scored a field goal, so they ended up winning. But, yeah, pretty much, we figured out who was at the Pro Bowl this weekend. So, QB Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Leonard Williams are in the Pro Bowl this year coming. And then also, Kenneth Walker had a dominant rushing attack, finishing with 97 yards in the divisional round. And then also the 2025, as their nickname for the defense, the Dark Side defense, finished in the regular season ranked first scoring defense, allowing just 17.2 points per game.
That's great. Anyway, if the Seahawks win, they go to the Super Bowl and against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that's an easy game for the Seahawks, but the
Yeah.
Denver Broncos have been doing really good.
Yeah. But we're playing in the Bay, and since we're more adaptive to the Pacific Northwest and constant weather conditions, rain. We haven't got snow in Washington, same in California.
Yeah.
But rain, cloudiness, cold, hot, lukewarm, and kind of light cold. The Seahawks adapt to any weather that they come across if it's in the Pacific Northwest. So personally, I think that we're going to win the Super Bowl. Like, mark my words, we're going to win the Super Bowl.
I don't want to jinx it, but I'm right there with you, Brendan.
Yeah, neither do I. Well, that's kind of it for today. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.